My friends, you're welcome once again to our YouTube channel. Today, we want to talk about how to grow your trading account using the ICT Breaker Block Strategy. How to grow your trading account using the ICT Breaker Block Strategy. The ICT Breaker Block Strategy. All right. So, one of the objectives of this YouTube channel, as you are aware, is to provide you countless number of strategies that you can actually use. They could actually use to grow your Forex trading account or to make money from the Forex market. I've always said it time and time again that there are 1,001 strategies out there, 1,001 strategies and 1,001 ways to make money from the Forex market. What you currently know, with the strategy you are using currently that is working for you, could be good. But there could be other ways you can, there could be other strategies that you can still use to also make money from the Forex market. So it's only newbie traders that despise other people that do not use their strategies. So because your strategy may not be the best. Nobody has the best strategy. The best strategy is a strategy. The best strategy is a strategy. The best strategy is a strategy that has a good risk to reward ratio, and also that has a good win rate. Okay, these are the features of a good strategy. Now, finally, a good strategy, this third point, a good strategy is a strategy that you have mastered. Okay, you've mastered. Okay, good strategy is a strategy that you have come to master that strategy, and you know how it works. You know the in and out of that strategy. You know the best market conditions to trade that strategy. You know the best time frame. You know the win rate. You know the risk to reward ratio. Okay, so these are the features of a good strategy. So you need to be open-minded. Okay, you need to be open-minded to be able to take new strategies that could be better than yours and learn it. Be humble enough to learn the strategy and to know how best to implement it. And how can you know the strategy better? By backtesting of the strategy. The best way you can know a strategy is by doing what? Is by backtesting it. Is by backtesting the strategy. Okay, you can start first with a demo account. You can backtest on demo, and you can also forward test. So these are things you need to do in order to get a good grasp of a particular strategy. And when you have mastered a strategy and actually backtest the strategy, you would gain confidence. You gain confidence. So confidence in trading comes from knowing your strategy and knowing the right and favorable market conditions for that particular strategy. Okay, so now let's go straight into this video. But before I proceed, I want to ask, please, if you are new to this channel, thank you and welcome to our YouTube channel. I want to ask, please, that you kindly subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so, and also turn on the notification bell so that when each time I post a new video, you'll be alerted. Also, to my returning subscribers, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and also supporting this channel to grow. All right, please share our videos, like our videos. Also, we also have a free Telegram channel which you can join. The link to that Telegram channel is in the description box of this video or in the profile section of this YouTube channel. All right, so in that Telegram channel, I post almost daily. I post free chart analysis that you can actually trade at your own discretion. All right, so a lot of people are making money from that Telegram channel because they get chart analysis and signals that help them to trade. All right, so straight into the business for today. We are looking at the breaker block strategy, the ICT breaker block strategy. Okay, and this strategy could simply means support turning into resistance, or resistance turning into support. This is simply a simplification of the strategy. Okay, simply put, okay, this is a simple definition of this strategy, of the ICT Breaker Block Strategy. Support, your support turning to resistance, or your resistance turning to support. But hold on with me, I'm going to show you there are specifics to this. All right, so watch this video to the end so that you can actually gain. There is an extra to what you already know. Okay, you might know this, but this is not just ordinarily support turning to resistance and resistance turning to support. There is actually more to it, and which I'm going to be showing you. In each of my video, I give you an extra, I show you extra, I go the extra mile to explain to you what can actually increase your win rate while trading any particular strategy that you're trading. All right, so now you can actually see, this let me show you how it works. You can see that here the market could be rejecting from a particular level. Let's call this, this be our level. Now mind you, we don't call it support, we don't call it support line. It's not a line, it's not a line, it's a zone. Okay, it's a zone or an area. Okay, so the market could be reacting from here. This is a support, sorry, a resistance. Resistance is like a resistance. For those who don't know, resistance is like your roof, a roof of a house. Why the support? I'm just trying to break it down for elementary forex trading. Your support is like the floor. Okay, like the floor of a house. Okay, your floor, you are standing on the floor. Why the resistance like a roof over your head? So this is our resistance level. So the market price comes to the resistance and rejects, sell down, comes to the resistance again, sell down, come again to resistance and do what? Sell down. But at some point it tends to come to the resistance. Instead of selling down, it breaks the resistance. So when it now broke the resistance, there is a very good tendency, very high tendency, that if the market comes back here, it would now, this previous resistance would now turn to support. Supporting it will now turn to support for it to now buy. All right, so it might come here again to buy until a point it could break this range. All right, so this is a case of support turning into, or rather, sorry, is a case of resistance turning into a support. Okay, so that's the case of a resistance turning into a support. So this is the old resistance zone. This is a resistance zone. While this here now, this becomes what? A support. Okay, so this was previously our resistance, and now we now have a new support. Okay, we now have a new support. All right, so this is a case of resistance turning into support. All right, I hope this is clear. I'm going to show you later on in the chart. All right, so I just want to explain to you so that when we get to the chart, it will be clear, it will be clear to you. Now let us look at a situation whereby support turns to resistance. This is the case of resistance turning to support. Let's look at a situation whereby the support turns to resistance. Now you have a level here, which is a zone. No, it is remember, it's a zone or an area. It is not just a line. Some people will just draw a line and you know, and they fail because of that. So you need to recognize that it is actually a zone. It's not just a straight line, it's a zone. Okay, now a case of resistance, a case of support turning into resistance. Okay, now you see that here the market was buying from here. This is a support level, market buying from here, support level, the market buying from this support level. Okay, buying from there, and at some point we expect that the market could break this support level. Okay, the market broke this support level. The market broke this support level. As it broke this support level, there's a high tendency. It does not happen all the time, but there's a greater chance, or most times, forex market is a game of probability, but most times we expect that the price would come up to the previous support level. This is a support area or zone. Okay, so the market comes, we expect that the market comes to the support area, that is going to do what? It's going to sell. So this support is going to sell. It's going to turn to a strong support level. Okay, sorry, it's going to turn to a resistance level. So this support becomes resistance, new resistance zone. Okay, so the market will start resisting from here, which was previously a support zone, and you see that at some point the market will keep up to sell down below the range. All right, so this is actually a case of support turning into resistance. I hope this is clear. This is a case of support turning into a resistance. So now I want to show you how this works. For this is a conventional case of support turning into resistance. But for ICT breaker block, for the breaker block, you have your market moving in this fashion, creating higher highs and higher low, higher highs and higher low. Now it is expected that the market should come down, create another lower high and a higher low, and now buy up. All right, buy up. But a situation whereby this is supposed to be a demand zone. This is supposed to be a demand zone, whereby we expect that we're expecting for a trade continuation entry from here, from this demand zone. The market ought to have come here and buy. All right, the market ought to have come to this demand zone and buy. But in a breaker block scenario, we find out that the market breaks this higher low, breaks it, and when the market breaks it, this area becomes your breaker block, because it was a block that was broken. So breaker block, and now the market, we expect that if the market comes back, we expect that we're going to have a sell entry from here. I hope this is clear. This is a sell scenario of a breaker block. Okay, this is a sell scenario of a breaker block. The market was creating higher highs and higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Created another higher high, but instead of coming to buy from this mitigation block, this is a mitigation zone. Instead of getting mitigated, mitigation is just a way of saying, I've done a video on mitigation. It's a way of saying that the market comes to fulfill previous open orders. Okay, the institutional traders, they leave orders that are not fulfilled previous. So when the market comes back to fulfill the order, unmitigated orders, so we call it a mitigation. All right, so now instead of the market to mitigate this zone, this demand zone here, what did it do? It does what? It breaks the zone, giving us a breaker block. And now we expect that when the market comes back to the zone, it will now sell. All right, so that is a sell scenario of a breaker block, ICT breaker block. For what? Let us see a buy scenario of an ICT breaker block. Buy scenario of an ICT breaker block should be something like this. You have the market making higher high, lower high and lower low. Okay, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high. lower low, lower high. Okay, now this should be a good supply zone, whereby the market is expected to come to this supply zone. This is a unmitigated supply zone. Unmitigated. Check my previous videos if you don't know what mitigation is. I've done a video on that. This is an unmitigated supply zone. So we expect that when the market comes to this zone, it's going to do what? It's going to sell, because this is a bearish order flow. I've done a video on order flows. You can also see my previous video on that. So I've done a video on order flow. This is a bearish order flow. When I say order flow, this is like a trend, bearish trend. Okay, bearish order flow. So, but in this scenario, in this situation, instead of the market to sell from here, mitigate this block, this supply zone, it does what? Let's see what the market does. It does what? It buys above. It breaks the supply zone, giving us, this becomes a bullish breaker block. Why? Once the market breaks this zone, it's expected that if the market comes back to this zone, this becomes a support. It's going to buy from here. Okay, so we have something like this. We have, let's have a clean drawing. We have something like this. The market creating higher highs and higher lows, but at some point it breaks the zone and comes back to the zone that was broken, and now buys up from that zone. So this is like a flip. Okay, this is like a mini resistance to support flip. All right, so this is a bullish scenario, a bullish case of a breaker block. Okay, so now I want to look at three occurrences, because when you study a strategy, when you know a strategy, you need to know the occurrences of that strategy. I've said it when I started this video. I said that you need to know the occurrences, where it occurs. You need to have an eye to know a strategy, the various occurrences of the strategy, so that you can be able to discover it when you see it, and you get ready to trade it. Okay, you get ready to trade it. When other traders are selling, you might be buying because you know that you have a reason to buy. Okay, when some traders are buying, you might need to be selling because you know you have a setup, you know what you are looking for from your strategy. So there are three occurrences. There are three occurrences of the ICT Breaker Block Strategy, or the demand and supply flip, support and resistance flip strategy. Number one, this could occur as a trend continuation. It can occur as a trend continuation. Two, it can occur as a trend change. Three, this can occur in a range. All right, but these are the two most prevalent occurrences: trend continuation and trend change. Okay, the two most prevalent cases of the breaker block strategy: trend continuation and trend change. This range occurs rarely, but you need to know it as well. So let us go into each of them. Let's go. I want to take you through each of the occurrences of this strategy. The first occurrence, as I said, is the trend continuation occurrence, which you have something like this. You are in a bullish scenario, you're in a bullish market, or a bullish order block or trend. You see, you're in a bullish market. what is happening? You will find out that you can see that this is a breaker. This is like a zone you buy from. This is also another mini breaker block. This is another one, mini breaker block. So you have mini, like you can see here, you can see here, you can see here, you can see here. These are support levels. Okay, support levels. Resistance turning to support. You see, this was a resistance, now it becomes a support. This was a resistance, now this becomes a support. This was a resistance, now it becomes a support. So that is what you are seeing right here in this case. Okay, you are seeing it right here in this case. So this is a bullish phase. This occurred at a bullish phase. All right, a bullish trend, bullish trend or a trend continuation. Okay, this was a trend continuation, trend continuation, the same trend. Okay, so this is the best occurrence. Trend continuation to me is the best way to trade the ICT breaker block strategy. Now you can see this is a bullish phase. Now let us look at a bearish phase. You have the market creating lower lows and lower high, lower lows, lower high, and you see that each time the market breaks down, the market is coming back to mitigate, to actually sell from. This was actually a support, now turned into a resistance. This was a support level, turns to a resistance. Support level here turns to resistance. Support level here turns to a resistance. I hope you can see this. So this is a bearish trend of this strategy. This strategy works so much. It works, and you can see that over the, I think last week, over the past 2 weeks, I showed you a way I posted trades, a trade on gold, I think, and also on USD JPY or thereabout, and you saw how this strategy worked perfectly. Good risk to reward ratio. You can see now this is support. This is supposed to be your stop loss region, and you can see this is your profit if you have to trade it from here. Like in this case now, this is your stop loss, and this is your take profit. Okay, so this is a very lovely scenario. This is the first occurrence, which is the trend continuation, the trend continuation situation or occurrence. Okay, let us see if we can see this. You can see. I'm looking for a bearish. You can see now. You can see this is a bearish scenario. The bearish scenario. Okay, support turns to resistance. Support turns to resistance. Support turns to resistance. Support turns to resistance. And this is a bearish. This support turns to a resistance on the same line, on the same trend, all right. I showed you here, over here. I showed you over here for the bullish phase. Okay, so this is how this strategy works. This is the first occurrence of that strategy. Now the second occurrence of the strategy is the second occurrence of the strategy as a trend change. This strategy also calls as a trend change. Trend change in the sense that you have the market buying up in a bullish phase. Now the market could sell, breaking this support level, or this demand zone, and you can see that if the market comes right here, it's going to sell. Okay, like this, it's going to we expect that the market should sell from here, just like a flip. Okay, it's a flip. So you have these support turning to resistance, support turning to resistance, and here you have, this is a trend continuation, breaker blocks. But here you can see this is a trend change. This is a trend change because we are having buys here, and now you have sell, a trend change. And now when you have this trend change, you now expect that you'll be having sells and down sells. Okay, there. So let us look at the bullish phase of it. Okay, the bullish version of it. You have the market. You have the market selling down. Okay, you have the market selling down. You have support turning to resistance, support turning to resistance, support turning to resistance. But at some point, the market breaks this last support zone, or rather resistance zone, and we expect that if the market comes back, it will do what? It will buy from here. So this was a sell phase, and now you have a buy phase, and this was a trend change. This occurred as a trend change. This breaker block, this supply zone was broken, was not respected, or the supply zone failed, and now giving us a breaker block right here, from which we now take up buy trade. So this is the second occurrence of the ICT breaker block strategy. All right, now the third occurrence is what I've showed you before. The third occurrence is when the market is actually in a range. In a range, this doesn't occur all the time. When the market is in a range, you have a support level right here where the market is buying from. Support level, the market is buying from, in a range, the form of a range. The market is not moving like this or like that. It's moving in a range like this. Okay, this is a bullish phase, bearish phase. This is a range or consolidation. Range is also called consolidation. So you see now that this range was broken down, and we expect that this range, this bullish phase of a range or a support level, was broken down, and now you find that this was a support level, this becomes a resistance level. Okay, becomes a resistance level for yourself from. Now this is like a sell scenario of this. Now for the flip side, we have a situation as this, whereby you have a support level, a resistance level, where the market is actually resisting from. Resistance level, market is resisting from, and at this case scenario, the market breaks this resistance level, giving us a breaker block, the resistance level, and now we have the market buying up from this previously support level. Market buying from this previously support level. So this was actually a range. This was not some form of continuation trade. It was actually the continuation chart. This was actually a range. Range is like a consolidation. The market is neither moving in a bullish direction or in a bearish direction. The market is just moving up and down on the same range. Okay, so this is the third occurrence of the breaker block strategy. Okay, so let us see. I've shown you on our chart. I've shown you on the chart. Like in this case, now I've showed you that in this case, this is a bullish phase, and you can see that the market was actually buying from. This was the market buying support. These are support level, resistance level turning to support, resistance level turning to support, resistance level turning to support. But in this case, we can see that this was broken. This low was broken, and the market, this was broken here. Okay, it was broken here, sorry, and the market came, and this became a breaker block zone, and the market sold from here. Breaker block zone. All right, so you can also see here, I've shown you, you can also see here, in this case, this is also a trend change zone. You can see these are continuation zones. Okay, but here there was a trend change. Why do I know there's a trend change? This market broke this zone. These are support levels. Okay, the market broke the support level, and now this became some sort of demand as some sort of resistance. Okay, resistance until the market now further sell down. You can see that. All right, so let's look at other occurrences I've marked. Same thing here. This was This actually here was support turning to resistance right here. Okay, support here turning to resistance, and you can see at this case the market broke this and now sold, and here we find the market broke this zone and this support zone, and now this formed some sort of resistance zone, and you can see how it sold right there. Okay, let's see other ones I've marked. You can see here how the market was actually respecting this principle until it broke the previous demand zone. It did not respect. This is a failed demand zone, failed zone, or failed demand zone. Okay, and this failed demand zone became our bearish breaker block, and you can see when the market came back to it, it's actually sold. This is our stop loss and this is our take profit here. Okay, this zone continued to hold. You see, it continued to hold even up to this point. It continued to actually hold. You can see here it continued to hold and sold down. Okay, so this strategy is great. I want you to backtest it. It's actually great. It's great. Now this is odd JPY. This is AUD JPY. You can see now this is like a live chart. Today you can see this zone. You can see this zone. This is a setup, a potential setup for you. You can see that this zone, the market is likely to react from this zone. It's likely to buy from here because this previous support was broken here. The market bought above, and we are expecting that when this market comes down here, it has actually come down. We're expecting to have a buy trade from here. Okay, this is a setup you might want to. This is a setup you might want to actually. Trade. This is a setup you might want to actually trade. It's a setup you might want to actually trade. Okay, so this is the market it's very likely should buy from here. This is AUD JPY H1 time frame. So this is a setup that you might want to check out. All right. So that is it for this strategy. More useful content will come your way next time. That's it for this video. More useful content will come your way next time. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Share our videos with your friends. Share our videos with your friends and with your other traders. I want to see other traders grow and make money from the forex market. Okay, because I actually passed through a lot of challenges while I was learning how to trade. So I haven't learned how to trade and to be profitable in this business. I'm making it available for others to learn and to also make money as well. So you might want to also as well join our free Telegram channel. That Telegram channel, you have free setups daily, almost daily. When you come there, you see setups that I post, charts that I post, and you might want to trade those setups. You might want to trade those setups and make money for yourself. So till I come your way next time, do have a wonderful day. If you want me to mentor you privately, my contact is in my Telegram channel. You might want to contact me on my Telegram channel, and we can organize a one-on-one training. I can organize a one-on-one training for you and take you by the hand until you become a profitable forex trader. Do have a wonderful and a blissful, peaceful trading.